What comes next?
Zero.
I don't remember. We haven't done this in like 2 months.
Holy shit.
Welcome back to ClubCast, guys.
Hey.
I'm your host, Video Game, and this is Book Club.
Yeah, what's up? Merry Christmas.
No, we got past that.
Happy New Year.
We're past that too.
Easter.
Not quite there.
Valentine's Day.
Almost.
Okay. Merry Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I hope you guys all have a great VD.
We didn't tell you that.
I did. Welcome back to ClubCast, guys. It's great to be back after the new year. Clay got his move over with.
Woo!
And we're both a lot closer than we were.
Yep.
He got phase 1 of his move over with.
Yeah, the first half. I've still got another half.
So we've still got a little while before we're completely situated to be able to keep a completely regular schedule. But we wanted to come back and do another ClubCast together.
Yep.
After the new year, there still hasn't been a whole lot of news going on, or at least a whole lot of news that we care about.
Yeah, things that we care to touch with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. So we're going to go over some stuff, and then we're going to touch on our games we've played like always. We're going to go over a couple of things that we're excited about for 2016.
Woo!
And then we have a couple of questions, and by a couple I mean 3.
Yes, and 2 are from one person.
And at any moment we could get distracted by another question, which we probably won't though.
Probably not. That's probably the only 3 we're going to get.
I should just start tweeting my own questions to us, and then we can just answer those.
I mean, who's going to know?
Like, Clay, what's your bra size?
33B.
That's a lie. You're a stuffer. But anyways, Clay, I think this top one is definitely all yours. You've been blowing up Twitter with it for a while, so why don't you go into this top kind of news item that we have on here?
So, I wanted to play Devil's Third.
I don't know why.
Despite how crappy I have always heard that it was.
Was it that you wanted to play it, or you wanted to add it to your collection?
I wanted to play it.
Okay.
Because there was a ClubCast we talked about, and that was one of the things that I wanted to hear about. I think it was before E3 last year. Was one
All
of the ones.
ClubCasts were a long time ago.
Yeah. I think the one before E3 actually talked about it, and I wanted it, and then all three of my pre-orders got canceled because I ordered one, it got canceled, then I ordered again, got canceled, and there was like 400 copies released in North America.
Well, for GameStop.
Yeah.
GameStop report. Someone said that GameStop only had like 412 or 420 copies or something.
420. So Walmart never got the game. Like, they never had it in store, online, anywhere. Amazon, who knows what the hell Amazon did. But they have apparently got a reprint. So everybody, all the scalpers that bought 10, 12 copies of it and trying to sell it for $90, they're stuck with them.
Good.
And it makes me so happy. Because I think I told you every time that there was like a best offer on eBay, like $90 or best offer, I would offer like $63.
Yeah, Clay began harassing eBay scalpers.
And it wasn't even like they would like counter. It was just like, no, decline. And there was this one in particular, his name was The Thinking Cap, had 10 plus, it was awful. And he wanted $95 for one. Now they're $60.
Yeah.
And I have one coming tomorrow.
Yeah, and I mean, I know we're both anti-scalper.
Yeah. Like, I've sold games.
All parts of life.
Yeah. I've sold games, but I also did not try to get the most money for them.
Well, I mean, this goes back to the early days of the Amiibos.
Oh my god.
Which, obviously, now the situation is a lot better. But the early days of the Amiibos, when you couldn't find anything unless you went to eBay.
Yep.
Because people were just going and buying up all the stock and then putting it up on eBay for sale.
Exactly. And that's what the joke became. Anytime an Amiibo came out, it was eBay exclusive.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, true. The situation's a lot better now.
So much better.
I mean, you go to the store now and you can buy
Lucas. You can buy Mewtwo.
Yeah, when Lucas came out, I went to GameStop. I don't even know if it was the day it came out, but I just went into GameStop and they had it on the shelf. Yep. And I bought it. I don't pre-order Amiibo anymore because it's not necessary and it's entirely too stressful.
Yeah. Pre-orders go up and down awfully quick, but it's like the day after they're still there.
Yeah.
But Roy and Ryu have both lasted a long time.
Are they still up for
They're
pre-order?
still up. Yeah.
Cool.
Amazon still has Ryu, but Roy's just GameStop. So I don't know how that's going.
So how are you feeling? I mean, we're almost at the end of the line for the Smash Brother amiibo. Are you done?
Until like a Zelda or another. Oh God,
So till this year.
I don't want to say another Mario, but another Mario.
I really wish they would finish up the Mario
series,
the actual Mario series line they started. Because I mean, I would love to have another Rosalina. That's a great character. It's a character that need to use more. And I really hope she doesn't get relegated to
Daisy status,
Wario and Daisy, Waluigi status. I mean, another Wario would be cool, and Waluigi would be amazing.
Yep.
Oh man, people would lose their crap. Well, there's a certain segment of people that would lose their minds if that happened. I mean, the Cloud amiibo is obviously the one that I'm super stoked for next.
So we've got...
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bayonetta, Cloud,
and Corrin.
Whatever the 30th Fire Emblem character was.
Good old Corrin.
From the upcoming Fire Emblem Fates.
Yep.
Which has had some stuff taken out through localization.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Clay?
Some touchy. I don't know. It's weird, but we talked about it earlier, and there's just things that are different between regions. And since it was more, I don't know. It was.
I mean, a lot of people scream censorship for it.
And
I'm not saying those people don't have a leg to stand on, because I mean, I think they do have a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
But it also comes down to it is localization.
Yeah.
And there was things in the 90s that were localized out that were stupid, like crosses in Final Fantasy on church buildings. There's a scene where blood was cut out of the original Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
On Game Boy Advance, there's a scene that got cut out, and I can't remember if it was Nintendo or Square that did this, where a female character gets hit because she's being tortured, and the original version, even the Super Nintendo version, actually showed it, but now in the Game Boy Advance for Final Fantasy VI, it actually pans down and it happens off screen now. So there's a lot of stuff like that, localization changes, and then just updates and all. But I mean, I'm not going to say they're not censorship, because I mean, you can definitely make that argument, but there's some things that it's just straight up it's localization.
Yeah,
there's things that are acceptable over there that aren't acceptable here.
Whole touchy part of it probably shouldn't happen here.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally understand the storyline part that got cut out with the how some people took it as a gay conversion storyline. I mean, that I understand that they took that out. That can be problematic for some people. And the touching part, I honestly understand it, because it's my understanding that it's not just touch in the face.
It's the rest
you can
of the
touch
body.
Everything.
Yeah.
And Nintendo of America is always built themselves as a very family-friendly organization. Yeah. And that's obviously not something that they're going to let through.
That's like, we just watched something earlier about Final Fight. The Poison.
The Final Fight. How Poison, in the original American versions, is it Capcom of America actually took her sprite out and replaced it
with a guy,
and then later on, she actually was considered a transgendered character, which I'm not really sure how
that's better
than hitting a woman. Yeah. I mean, that's still pretty messed up.
Yeah.
And then you're also adding in the point where you just made this character this way.
Yeah.
So it's okay to hit them.
Yeah.
So that's honestly, to me, that's more problematic.
Just if you're gonna take it out, just leave her out. Don't try to bring her back and be like, no, it's a guy, it's a girl, it's transgender. I don't know.
I mean, I like the versions that have Poison and Roxy in it. Not because I like to hit women or anything like that, but just because those sprites are really good, and I don't see a reason that we should exclude that.
Yeah,
it's not a domestic violence situation. It's a character that is in a gang that stole your girlfriend and is a criminal enterprise attacking you.
Yeah,
who just also happens to be a woman.
She is trying to kill you.
Yeah, I mean, you're either saying that women can't be in gangs. I don't know what you're trying to say when you take her out.
Or like, no woman will ever try to kill you ever in your life.
Yeah.
Which I beg to differ, because there was a show called Snapped.
Yeah. And I mean, there's been a lot of this going on with Nintendo, especially.
Yeah,
because a lot of the other Sony and Microsoft don't care. Well, Microsoft doesn't get anything from Japan, anyways. But Sony doesn't care as much as they used to. But with Nintendo, you have the situation with Xenoblade Chronicles X, of the bikini outfit getting cut out.
Yeah.
The boob slider part I did kind of disagree with. They cut out the boob. You can make your character, but you only have one set breast size.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't see a point in cutting that out.
Yeah, yeah.
But the bikini part, like, that's localization. In Japan, that might be acceptable, but in America, you cannot have a 13-year-old girl in a string bikini running around. I mean, it's just not culturally acceptable over here.
No.
So, I mean, I totally get the argument against the censorship / localization that Nintendo's been doing. Yeah. But I also completely understand, like, from a business point of view, that they're not going to allow that. And if it bothers you that much, then you're going to have to learn Japanese and import the games.
Close that out.
Oh, yeah. Have you not seen that?
No, that was it?
Yeah. I think it's worse than what you just saw.
I could probably get fired for that.
Oh, it's your work laptop, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Sorry. Yeah, it's a 13-year-old in a basically nothing.
That's why I did not search 13-year-old in bikini.
All right. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff like that. That actually wasn't on our list. We didn't mean to go over that in detail. I think we already talked about it before.
No.
But anyways, let's go back to the list and get to some controversy that we can all agree on was a really stupid move. And that is, and everyone knows it by now, the Fine Brothers react videos.
I need to react to that.
Clay, I'm going to have to ask you to be incredibly stoic during this, because if you show a reaction, we will have to get a license from the Fine Brothers.
Okay, so I'll just go.
Which that's not true anymore. They have retracted everything at this point.
Yeah.
After they lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
And we don't even have 1,000. What a bunch of jerks.
Do we even have 100?
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, 3. It was completely moronic to do what they did.
Yeah. That's just like Sony trying to do Let's Play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, and it's funny because one of the things that happened was he's a Redditor and he's a video game attorney. He's an attorney who does pro bono work. Yeah. A lot of the times on the game dev subreddit. Mm-hmm. And he was one of the big ones that pushed against both the Let's Play as well as this Fine Brothers thing. He actually was telling people for the Fine Brothers thing, like, I don't have precedent to push against the trademark, but if you do, I will help you do this pro bono and get this taken care of. Nice. And he's actually the one that the day the Fine Brothers announced, they were like, hey, we're not going to do this anymore. They sent him the proof that they had withdrawn their not only the trademark request they had for just the word react, but the ones they had already been granted. And that's the real thing. If they had shut their mouths for another month, they would have got the trademark for react as well. Yeah. So we'd all be living in a world where the word react
is trademarked
for YouTube videos or entertainment purposes is trademarked by this group called the Fine Bros.
That's awful. That's just terrible.
Well, it's an abstract thing. It's like, I'm going to trademark water as a drink.
So I can't finish my drink?
No, because, well, I mean, if you pay me, you can license that water. So it was completely moronic. It was a really fun time on the internet, though, because
there were so many reaction videos.
There was a lot of people reacting, just tearing them apart for it. There was a live counter for their subs going down, because YouTube takes a while to refresh the sub count. But apparently you can get into the API or something to see what it actually is. Nice. So there was websites that set up a live counter so you could watch in real time. People unsubscribe. And it was kind of funny because, like, there would be like a video would come out in reaction to this saying how horrible of an idea this is. Yeah. Or the guy from the XKCD comics, the Stickman, and he does really good stuff. Yeah. He tweeted out like that he had trademarked stick figures, and everyone would have to start paying him to draw for their crappy drawings. Some other guys did some really good stuff that I hadn't heard of before, but it was really good. And I mean, it just the internet just tore them apart, and just in a matter of a couple of days, they lost hundreds of thousands of subs.
They deserved it.
Yeah, I mean, it was stupid. It was a stupid thing to try to do, and for them, they probably won't pay for it in the long term.
I doubt it.
The people, I think their main audience isn't the one are not the same people that were giving them grief about it.
No, jeez,
And I mean,
so stupid.
Before they had 14 million subs,
Yeah.
so they dipped underneath 14 million during all of that. Yeah, one of the funniest comments I saw in their video was, "I can't wait for there was like a 14 million sub." Video that they put out, and hey, we got 14 million subs, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
And someone commented on it, and they were like, great, I can't wait for the 12 million sub video.
That's too funny.
Because I guess they were hoping they would go down that much. Yeah, I mean, they lost almost 500,000, I guess, or over 500,000, 500,000 subs.
Yeah.
So I don't know the exact number, but they were over 14 million, and right now, when we're looking at right now, they're at 13,589.
Yeah.
So they lost 500,000 subs.
I would take those last 4 numbers.
Just the 183?
No, the last 4.
Oh, the 9,183?
Yeah. Well, I mean, why not?
I'd take 9 at this point.
9 more.
We have no one to blame but the Fine Brothers. I mean,
it's their fault.
Ourselves.
No. I blame the Fine Brothers. Everyone else needs to blame them for our failures as well.
But that's pretty much it. We have one more thing on the list. Clay, do you want to take over it? It's for the game you really, really liked that you played not too long ago.
Mother 3. Finally, the rumors come back that North America will be getting one, an actual translation, this year for the 10th anniversary of Mother 3.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years of rumors, but it's kind of exploded here recently.
Yeah.
Due to some tweets from some people that I guess shouldn't have tweeted it out.
Yeah, that are close, air quotes, to Nintendo.
Yeah, I have no doubt that it is very possibly true.
Oh, I mean, they gave us Earthbound Beginnings, which is Mother, so I don't know what they would call this.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I have 2 questions. Do you think
would they stick with Mother 3?
They will use the translation that's out there? Or do you think, they will use parts of it and maybe just have a special thanks?
I would like to think that if they did use it, they would have to say something and not be like, no, we did all this by ourselves. But if they did, I think they would have to change Porky back to Pokey. Because it's the same. Mm-hmm. It's the same character.
Yeah.
So that I think they would have to change him back to Pokey.
Yeah.
But
I don't think they use any of it.
Nothing.
I think if Nintendo, because it's the Treehouse people who do the localizations, and I think if they want to be classy,
do it themselves.
They're going to sit there. Well, no. I think if they want to be classy, they're going to sit there and have a special thanks to him, as well as, and I can't remember if it's the same guy or if it's a different guy, the guy who does Starman.net.
If he doesn't do it, he's a big part of it. I do.
So,
because I've seen him on.
I don't think they use any of the translation.
Yeah.
I think they go back and do their own. Just because, there's a lot of, there's a lot of legality to that.
Yeah.
And then also Nintendo, no matter how good that translation is, that's not Nintendo's translation.
Yeah.
So what they would have to do to use that translation is to go through that translation and approve everything on there. Or why don't they just go ahead and do their own?
Yeah.
The other question I have is, like you were saying, what do you think it's called?
What the name will be? Yeah. I don't know. Let's see. They had Earthbound Beginnings.
Mm-hmm. That's what they called Earthbound Zero when it came out.
Yeah. Earthbound.
Just Earthbound.
And then now it's Mother 3.
Yeah.
I don't know what they'll do because in Smash Brothers they say that Lucas is from Mother 3.
Yeah, well, that's before we ever had.
So I don't know what
Mother
they'll do.
3.
I don't know what they'll do for the name.
I think they go with something like Earthbound Endings, Earthbound the End, something like that, or Earthbound Conclusion, something like that. I think they keep the naming convention going. They're not going to call it Mother 3.
Because I mean, they changed Mother 1 to Earthbound Beginnings.
Yeah. If that was a possibility, they would have said this is Mother.
Yeah.
Or like Mother, an Earthbound game, or something. They would have done something to tie the two together instead of calling it Earthbound Beginnings. So they'll rename it something to keep with the American naming convention.
They could just
or
go
the
with
Western
Earthbound
naming
3.
convention. Yeah, they could. Earthbound 3.
Earthbound 3.
I mean, that would be simple and easy. I think the only confusion then is then you have a game called Earthbound, and then the sequel to that game is called Earthbound 3.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if that works. I think they keep the naming convention. I mean, I think I've said that when they originally released Beginnings.
Yeah, Earthbound, the last chapter.
Yeah, or something. Earthbound Conclusions, or Earthbound End.
Yeah,
something like that is what they'll call it when they bring it out. I believe.
I don't think it will stick. It won't stick with Mother 3.
No, I believe that I believe that there's a very, very, very good chance of this being true, and it comes out this year.
And I will buy it.
Absolutely.
Buy it 100%.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that sucks is it'll be for Wii U, not 3DS.
Yeah. It'll be digital.
Yeah, obviously. It'll be a virtual console game.
Mm-hmm. Which sucks.
And Europe will get some really nice box collection.
Yeah. And... I was going to say Japan will get a physical copy, but hey.
They got one 10 years ago. Yeah, I think it comes out. I think it comes out this year.
I like my physical copy. I'll have to compare the two.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool because we could play through Beginnings, and then we could do Mother 3, and part of the review could be you comparing
the differences.
I
mean, the game is good. I will gladly play through it again.
Yeah. Surely by then you'll be settled in, because that'll be after E3, which is, I think, June.
Yeah. We're supposed to be done in May.
So, cool. I guess that's really it for that portion of the show.
Yeah.
That's really all we had.
I mean, we've been gone for about a month.
Yeah, so. I mean, but it was Christmas time, so no news really happens. And there's other stuff that happened, just...
If it has happened, it's been
too far gone. You guys know it by now.
We've missed about a month, so... What are you going to do?
Do you want to take a break, or do you need to... Or do you want to go into the games we've played?
Let's just go on.
Alright, cool. Well, do you want to do the games you've played first? Or actually, I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright.
I'm going to stare at my amiibo card.
So, I've, of course, been playing the Star Ocean series.
Yes.
I'm done with 1 and 2. Good. And working on those videos right now.
Awesome.
They're both really good games.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. They're good.
They're both really good. I enjoyed them, but I enjoyed them a lot.
Yeah. You run in circles around the same area?
No, I think that's the one you had trouble with, the last one. Whatever. So I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm on 3 right now. And then, of course, playing Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
So we can finally do that video eventually, because that game is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. But it's good.
Yeah, it's a really good game. It's really good. I don't want to go too much in depth of those games, because, I mean, we're obviously working on videos for all of that.
Videos are coming for those.
Maybe.
Possibly, but who knows?
The 2 games that I did play here recently for fun are Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town.
Nice.
I got my farming on.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, it's a super relaxing game. It's kind of in that same vein as Animal Crossing, except there's more stuff to do than Animal Crossing. So, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Very nice.
Yeah. Bust a Move 99.
Also a good
It's a puzzle game where it's kind of like a match 3 game. Like, I mean, it's the same thing as like Candy Crush or not Candy Crush. Bubble Witch or whatever.
Witch. Yeah. It was a long time before Bubble Witch Saga or whatever it is.
Well, yeah, it's Bust a Move 99, so it came out in 1999.
1998. What?
But yeah, it's fun. It's a game my mom loved a lot when I was growing up. So I mean, it's still I still like playing it every once in a while.
Yeah,
check it out. But really, I mean, the 3 RPGs that I've been working on and completed have really, I mean, because you're looking at a 160-hour long game, you're looking at a 40-hour long game, and a 35-hour long game.
That's fun. So
I mean, that's 200 hours of JRPGs here lately.
That's more than I've played in my entire life. Yeah. Until recently.
Do you want to talk about the ones we played together, so you can leave your last thing for the last time we go over this?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So Clay came over last weekend, and we
did
not tape a ClubCast.
We didn't tape a ClubCast. We didn't tape a video.
We didn't tape anything.
We didn't tape anything. We just had fun playing games.
Yeah, we just hung out as friends.
Sorry, guys.
But we played some games. You want to kind of talk about the first one? Kind of go a little more in depth about what it is?
Yeah, so the first one, that we played is called Mighty Final Fight on the original Nintendo. I have the physical copy, and I toyed with for a long time, like selling it because it's worth quite a bit of money. But I actually enjoy playing it. It is Final Fight, but they're like little chibis, and it's gorgeous. It's a fun game to play, and you played it. That was the first time you ever played it.
Yeah, it was really good. God, I can't remember words. The animation is stellar. For an NES game, it looks amazing.
Yeah, and it's a Capcom, obviously, like the rest of the Final Fight games.
I really like the RPG system that you gain levels and everything. That was really cool.
Yep. You gain experience, you gain levels, your health goes up as you gain levels. Guy, Cody, and Hagar are all there, which is
and they all play differently. Like we played. Who were we playing as first? Who did you choose?
It was Guy.
You played Guy. He was really fast and he was good. He was a pretty good all around character actually. Yeah. And then I chose Hagar because that's who my favorite character in regular Final Fight is. And he was a lot stronger, but he was also a lot slower.
Yep.
So I mean, it definitely made a difference in the game because there's some enemy characters that are super fast.
Yeah.
So playing as Hagar, I was definitely open a lot more to attacks. Even though, like, normally, like, in a two-player game, that's how I would want to play.
Yeah.
And Clay kind of picks up the slack because I leave myself open a lot more.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we couldn't do that in this game because it's not two-player.
This is just single-player, which kind of sucked, but it was still fun.
Yeah, I would love if there was a follow-up to just this, Mighty Final Fight, that was a two-player game.
Like a Super Mighty Final Fight on the Super Nintendo would have been sweet.
There's not, right?
There's not.
Oh, okay. I almost got excited.
Yeah, there's not. I'm sorry.
Do you have anything else you want to say about that game?
No, other than it was awesome, and I will probably never sell it because it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, I know you had that copy of Snow Bros that you got rid of because you didn't like the game.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I mean, it's something like this. Like, if I had that game, I don't care how much it's worth. I'm not selling it because that was an enjoyable time.
Oh yeah,
it's a good, solid game. That's one that if you're rich, go buy it. If not, you can
you can hand me on it.
Yeah. Go play it.
Yeah. Go play it. You know what you have to do. We just can't give you the tools for it.
I'll touch on this other one because I think I probably have more to say about it than you do.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun.
Played Fatal Fury.
Yeah.
Did you think I was going to say the other one?
I did think you were going to the next one. But Fatal Fury was fun too.
No, we actually played some Fatal Fury.
Yeah.
We both suck at fighting games, and my hands started to hurt immediately.
Absolutely terrible. And I'd never played Fatal Fury. That was my first time playing Fatal Fury.
It's really cool because, I mean, it's basically just the same kind of thing as Street Fighter. It's a fighting game. Except what it does is it has those two planes.
Yes. Yeah.
So you can kind of sort of dodge attacks. You can jump into the other plane, which is really cool. I just really love the characters. The Fatal Fury anime movies were some of the ones that were on Sci-Fi Saturday morning anime when I was growing up.
Nice.
And then they also had the VHS tapes at the movie gallery, video rental store. Yeah. So I really love the characters, Terry and Andy and mine, everybody. I suck at fighting games.
Just terrible.
I used to have them on Super Nintendo, and I used to actually play the Fatal Fury games a lot.
Yeah.
So I used to know what I was doing when I was little, but it's mostly just the nostalgia for the characters for me more than anything. Although, I mean, it is really cool the two planes.
That is neat. That's the first time I've seen that. In
and I think they do that up until I think they get rid of it in 3.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah,
because that was nice.
We played Fatal Fury, and then we played. I think it was called Super Fatal Fury,
something like that,
or Fatal Fury Special.
Yes, Special
is what it was called. And I mean, it was fun. It's just neither of us knew what we were doing.
No, and I've loved fighting games. Like I loved Mortal Kombat.
Get over here.
I loved Street Fighter. I was just never good at them. Like I'm not good at Smash Brothers either, but I like it.
Yeah,
I'm just not good.
Yeah,
I don't play online, and I'm not afraid to tell people that I'm not good.
So the last game we played together was kind of a surprise.
It was a surprise good.
Yeah, it was really a good surprise. We actually played Goof Troop
on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, so
excellent.
obviously the Goof Troop movie is a pinnacle of cinema.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's one of the most amazing things ever made by human beings.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I've heard good things about the Goof Troop game before.
Mm-hmm. I'd never heard anything.
I had no idea it was going to be as fun as it was when we played it. Do you want to kind of go over what it was when we played it?
It was. I mean, it was a puzzly game, but it wasn't like
it's like a puzzle adventure game kind of thing.
It wasn't straight up puzzle. But there were puzzle elements, there were like fight these bad guys, get them off screen elements. It was a lot of fun, and the graphics were nice.
The two characters play differently. Goofy is stronger than Max, his son.
Yep.
Max is faster than Goofy. There's items you can hold one at a time, or if you're playing single player, so you're only playing as Goofy or Max, you can hold two items. There's boss fights at the end of the level once you get done with all of them. It was actually really fun.
Yeah,
it was probably some of the most fun I've had in a while playing an older game like that.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, this and Mighty Final Fight both really surprised me.
Yeah. There's some good older games out there. You just have to like dig for them.
Yeah. I mean, because Goof Troop is not something I would have ever thought was like a good game.
Like we were just like looking and it's like, hey, let's play Goof Troop.
Yeah.
It started off as a joke. I was like, hey, Goof Troop, let's play it.
Yeah. I mean, that's not something I ever would have thought was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah. Cool. I guess we'll go ahead and go on to your games you played solo.
Sweet. Yeah. So I had it somewhere. It's gone.
Obviously, Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
It's a good game and super long.
Absolutely. That's pretty much it. I've been playing. I haven't played a lot of it. Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut on the Wii U. Twisted Dreams was like an indie title, and then they released it as a physical copy. And the only reason I bought it is because I saw people tweeting about it, and I was like, I have to try this. And I looked online, and it was like 5-star reviews everywhere. Everybody loved it, and I was like, okay, whatever. It was on sale on Amazon for like $30, so I grabbed it. Because why not?
Why not?
And it's a platformer, and it's not Mario. So if you want a platformer that's not Mario, it's a pretty good one.
What if I just want a platformer that is Mario 3D World 2?
Then you might have to wait a little bit.
Okay. Cool.
So that's been fun. As everyone knows, because they all watched the video, I've been playing some Final Fantasy Explorers.
Your unboxing video?
Yeah. Not a lot. Oh, man, the box is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You got really good mono work on it.
Oh, it's wonderful. But, so, I didn't like Monster Hunter. And that's going to get me reamed. Because...
But you like that, so...
Huh. Whoa. So there's... I mean, I don't like Monster Hunter. A lot of people do. I don't. It's not for me. This is Monster Hunter, but with Final Fantasy. Mm-hmm. And I love it.
Yeah.
But I tried going back to Monster... I have Monster Hunter 3 on the Wii U. And I tried going back to play it. And I'm just like, no, I don't like this. I don't want to do it. So I went back to Final Fantasy Explorers.
I mean, I really like it. It has the job system.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to choose what character you want to play as.
Yeah.
It has a ton of throwback stuff, so if you're a longtime Final Fantasy fan like I am, you're going to see a lot of stuff you love. I think it's pretty solid. It's definitely not for, like, I've done everything in Monster Hunter for you. I need another game that's just like this. That's not what this is for.
No.
This is honestly mostly a fan game for Final Fantasy fans.
Yeah, pretty much. And it works. It does its job.
Cool.
So we need to play that together sometime.
Yeah.
But the one that I've been spending a lot of time on is Mario and Luigi Paper Jam.
Okay.
And it is absolutely wonderful. There are a bunch of reviews out there that talk about like some of the crap that you have to do with finding paper toads, and that is absolutely true. And it sucks.
Really?
Like, you'll be sitting there playing, you'll be cruising along, and all of a sudden you have to go find 20 paper toads. And it's just like, why the fuck do I need to go find 20 paper toads?
Well, I heard like some of them are like ridiculous, like, and I don't know if they might have just been being hyperbolic, time chamber, but like somebody was like, you have to go find like 50 paper toads.
I don't know if like later in the game there's 50, but I know one of them that I just did was 20 toads, and they gave you 20 minutes to do it.
Was it hard?
It took me 18 minutes to find them all.
What happens if you fail?
You start over.
Are they in the same place?
No.
They're random where they are?
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds horrible.
So yeah, this one, like, I saw the 2-minute timer up in the corner. I was like, shit, I am not gonna make this. And then it was like they were like on the ground somewhere behind a bush, and I ended up finding them. But that part does suck. The rest of it's really fun though.
Yeah. Have you? I guess you've obviously done some of the papercraft battles then.
Yeah, and that's another weak point. I'm glad you brought that up because I actually had forgotten about it. It's bad.
You blocked it out?
That stuff is pretty bad. Is
it worse or better than the paper toads?
Worse.
That's bad. So is the... Oh, did you want to elaborate on that?
Like, yeah, it's... So you've got this big paper craft, and you're like cruising around this little battlefield, and you have to attack one of the guys and knock him off balance, and then you have to throw your paper craft on top of him. Cool. Not really, because you move really slow. You turn really slow, but they move really fast. So like you're trying to creep over here, and then the next thing you know, they're right behind you attacking you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you have to go to like these special toad spots and play this rhythm game in order to like build up your attack meter, which sucks because you're sitting there building up your attack meter and they're sitting there attacking you. That part's really bad. If they had left that out, the game would have been fine. Like I could live with the toads. But like the gameplay and the way that they blend Mario and Luigi and the Paper Mario world is really nice.
Well, that was the question I had. That's the next question I had. Is it more a Paper Mario game or more a Mario and Luigi game?
It is more of a Mario and Luigi game.
Is that better or worse?
Probably for the better after Sticker Star.
Okay.
But
and what was the one before that? Was it Super Mario Wii? Super Paper Mario Wii?
Before Sticker Star was Super Paper Mario.
Yeah, I thought that game was horrible.
That was horseshit. Horrible.
Okay. So they haven't made good Paper Mario games since the GameCube.
Since Thousand Year Door.
Okay. And I've never played any of the Mario and Luigi Brothers games. I'm interested in them, and that's something we've talked about, like about a million other things we've talked about.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, would you suggest this for someone who's a fan of both series, or just a fan of the Mario and Luigi Brothers games?
If you're a fan of both series, you'll probably like it. If you're a fan of Mario and Luigi series, you will absolutely like it.
What if you're only a fan of Paper Mario?
You might like it a little bit.
Okay.
There is a lot of Paper Mario world in there. The characters break that fourth, like the fourth wall or whatever. They know that they're in a video game. I don't know if I sent you the picture the other night where Princess Peach was talking about like if she has to save Mario or if she has to yell "Save me, Mario" one more time, she's gonna scream. So they know they're in a video game. They talk to you at different points. So it's pretty funny. There's some funny parts in it, but it's a good one.
What if I'm only a fan of Sticker Star?
Then you should probably just throw away your 3DS.
Cool. Anything else?
I did on that, or just in general?
Well, I meant any other games, but yeah, do you have anything else you want to say about Mario and Luigi Paper Jam?
No. The trio attacks where they blend in some paper stuff with the other guys is really good. But Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story is an excellent one that you should probably play. That's probably, if you don't start with the very original one, that's probably the one to go to.
I mean, that is definitely a series that I would like for us to maybe look into.
Yeah, it's good.
Once you're settled in and we're able to do stuff on a regular basis.
Yeah, this is a good series. And Bowser's Inside Story is excellent. I played it right before this one came out.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's fun. And then I have a wonderful game that I got yesterday, and I haven't opened it yet. Because I wanted to open it here with you all.
As Clay knows how much I love unboxing videos.
You can't see what's in here unless you look on the back. But it's called Stella Glow by Atlas. It is a strategy RPG that's very sexually oriented, it looks like.
Very anime adult themed.
Yeah. So I didn't open it because I sent him a message and I was like, hey, I'm going to open this on ClubCast tomorrow. And he's like, fuck you.
Pretty much.
So, because, I mean, shit, I'm not going to play it, so why open it the day that I get it?
You should play it. I bet it's good. It's Atlas.
I mean, I will play it, but It's a sweet box. I mean, not really a sweet box.
A lot of pretty girls on it.
A lot of pretty anime girls on it.
Animus.
But where did I see this? I don't know. But I found it on Amazon. It was on sale. So I got it. Says it comes with a...
Just open it up. Don't tell us what's in it. Show us what's in it.
A charm?
Jeez.
The fuck is this thing? It's a big-ass pig.
Alright. Boo, boo, boo.
Boo. It is a boo-boo flexi charm. So yeah, it does flex. This chair's not rolling. Ah. You can't see it, so fuck it. Alright.
What else is in the box?
We got... God bless it. We got the CD.
With a bunch of scantily clad, most likely underage anime girls on the back.
Yep, we'll just not continue to stare at that.
See, this game was not published by Nintendo, and that's why things like this were allowed.
Yeah. So, here's my cloth.
Welcome to ClubCast, where Clay opens up pornography.
Pretty much. Video game pornography club.
I can get behind it.
So,
Well, we should order After Dark shirts. Oh, you did, didn't you?
I did. After Dark shirt.
Welcome to Video Game After Dark with Clay. Here's his hentai collection.
Here's my box of porn.
Comes with a nice, stylish cum rag. Yeah, that's inappropriate.
Did you call it what I think you called it?
A cum rag?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
No editing, leaving that in. And then the game that is sealed up.
How much was this?
This was on Amazon for $30.
I'll just stick to tissue paper.
Yeah, and they're on that too.
Yeah, that one is definitely underage.
Which one? All of them.
I mean,
That
the
one?
one that is definitely underage.
That
yeah.
one?
That game's... I can tell that game is inappropriate right now.
So I have 3 of these. And this one's my favorite.
Have fun.
So I will never... I mean, ever use this.
I mean, what is it?
It's a keychain, but it's like...
Oh, yeah?
Flexi rubbery.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, you never know. You might get the game, put the game in, and it's really good.
Yeah, I mean...
So I'm not going to judge.
It could be a really
and
good game, but...
maybe it's a game that we actually play for After Dark.
I don't know if we can get away with that.
Yeah, we might have to censor that out.
I mean, that's like...
Put our sprites up.
That
It'll just be our sprites covering the entire screen.
That could just get us arrested or something.
Yeah, that's actually true.
I mean, I don't want to risk that one.
So next time, could you not unbox your underage pornography? That'd be great.
I could say that I didn't think it was going to be underage pornography, but I'd be lying.
Moving from things Clay's excited about now to things we're excited about coming out in 2016. Clay, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Oh, you start because I haven't scrolled down far enough yet.
Alright, so one thing I'm super excited about that I actually ignored in our original news section is Platinum Games TMNT game.
Yes.
It looks gorgeous.
It
They're taking story elements from the current Turtles comic book series. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. It's a really cool series. I think it's actually like one of the writers actually wrote the plot for the game.
Oh, nice.
My only concern is with the Transformers Devastation game they just did. Platinum Games did. It's an excellent game.
Yeah.
Way too short. So that's my only concern with this Turtles game, that it might be way too short. And then also, they haven't clarified if online or if co-op is only online.
Yeah.
Or if we're going to be able to play on the couch.
Couch co-op.
Because if we can sit here and play together the Teenage Mutant Turtle games,
yeah,
it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
That will be
absolutely.
a day one buy.
Yeah, because that's the funnest part of these games like this.
I mean, I love beat 'em up games. That's what this is.
Yeah.
But if I have to play it by myself, then I'm going to wait for it to go down in price.
Yeah. I mean, we played Gears of War on the couch together. We played Borderlands on the couch together. We played every Halo up until the last one on the couch. I mean, that's the fun part of it.
Yeah.
That's where the fun is.
Yeah, for us at least.
I mean, yeah, I can sit in my room at my house with a headset on and be like, "Hey, Daniel, what are you doing?"
Wait, don't want to make fun of people. I mean, like a lot of people like that. It's just I prefer the social aspect of us being here together.
Yeah.
Me being able to tell you how much of a fucking idiot you are the entire time, as I also beg you to come and revive my character.
God, you're so stupid! Get over here and revive me!
Or like we'll be playing a multiplayer match. This happened all the time in Gears of War because everyone runs in the same direction, and one of us would start cussing the person that's in front of us in our way, and then it would wind up being that it was one of us that was blocking the path.
What is this idiot doing? It's you.
So I mean, I don't know. A lot of that, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be co-op. Because if not, I mean, we won't be able to play it until you get a PS4.
And that could be this year. Depends on where I find it.
Well, if you can get a PS4 so we can play a Ninja Turtle game, that'd be awesome.
I do have to get a PS4 though, because there's other things that I want.
Another thing that I'm super excited about is Final Fantasy 15.
Boom, boom, boom.
It is definitely coming out this year, which is crazy. And it is definitely we're definitely going to get the announcement of the date at the end of March at a special event. So I'm super excited about that.
Awesome.
The last video they showed is amazing. It looks like Metal Gear Final Fantasy Solid. They did a fire spell and there was some gasoline. Excuse me. There's some gasoline or something and it like all exploded. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous and it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope there's a lot of content in it. I just stare off of this.
I thought you were looking at what is that, Type O?
Yeah. Oh, Type 0.
Type 0.
No, I just stare off in the distance a lot.
Okay.
But I'm super excited for it. I really, really hope it's good. I mean, it's obviously been like a decade.
Yeah.
Since they announced it. So I'm super excited about that. The last thing for 2016 that I'm looking forward to is the Nintendo NX release later this year.
Yeah.
Which is all but guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. It could be next year.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that they do go the rumored route of the handheld and home console collaboration with maybe like the handheld coming out this year, the home console coming out next year. Yeah. I'm really hoping that's what it is.
I'm unplugging your Wii U controller.
Why are you touching my stuff?
Because it's in my house.
This is my house.
Okay, go ahead.
But you know, it's something I'm really hoping for. I really like the ideal of, like they showed Dragon Quest 11 or 10, 11, and they showed like you could play it on the 3DS and you could play it on the NX, and they were like, oh wait, we weren't supposed to say that yet.
Wait, guys, that's not.
I really like the ideal of being able to be like in here playing, Dragon Quest 10 or 11. I'm sorry, on the TV, and then all right, I'm gonna go lay in bed for an hour and watch something, turn something on Netflix to go to bed to. But I'm also going to transfer my game to the 3DS or handheld NX version of Dragon Quest 11 and grind a couple battles while I do that. Just that kind of portability is really, really cool.
Yeah, and that's what I've always thought about this. That's a perfect slot for like a 3DS cartridge.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Just, there you go. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. We live in a better world.
We lived in a better world where Nintendo loved us.
But yeah, those are the top 3 things that I'm excited about for 2016. How about you, Clay?
To go along with your NX, I am very much looking forward to Zelda NX, Zelda Wii U. Because I do agree with you that it will be a dual launch. Yeah,
if NX comes out this year, they're going to Twilight Princess the shit out of that game.
Yeah, and I will buy both of them because the Wii U and will skyrocket in price, but I probably won't get to because it will only come out in GameStop at 400 copies.
Well, and that's the thing. So I think they're up to like 12 million Wii U sold.
Hey, all right, finally after 6 years.
I don't know. I don't think it's been 6 years.
5.
I think it's been like 4.
Poor guys.
Yeah, so there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And, even if NX doesn't come out this year and Zelda Wii U does, we're getting an enhanced port for the NX version.
It's still coming out for the
they're going to drop a lot of stuff. I mean, there was the rumors that, they're going to do a Street Fighter, a Super Smash Brothers Gold Edition with all the DLC.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no way. There's no way it's not going to happen.
Which would be nice. I would take that. Like I said earlier, I mean, I haven't bought all the DLC. It's too expensive.
Yeah. I mean, unless they do something like super crazy horrible with the NX, like go back to motion controls only.
I'd vomit and I wouldn't buy it.
I'll be there day one.
Yeah. I do not use motion controls on the Wii U. I have played Wii games on the Wii U that do require them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I don't actively seek out games that are motion control and sit there and like fling my arms out.
Yeah.
So, another one that I'm looking forward to this year, which is probably the reason I will end up with the PlayStation 4, is Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Yeah.
I love Kingdom Hearts, and Dream Drop Distance, I haven't beaten it yet, but I'm like halfway through it, and it's gorgeous, and I would gladly play it on a PlayStation 4. I would probably enjoy it more on a PlayStation 4, because my hands are too big for something like that. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Yeah. So excited.
Well, and I guarantee you, they did not name this 2.8 on accident.
Yeah.
They named this 2.8 because they're going to come out with a 2.9 that is going to include 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8. Or not 2.8, but 1.5 and 2.5 at least, probably. They're going to have a Kingdom Hearts 2.9 before 3 comes out. 3 will probably come out next year.
Yeah. So I am actively looking for like 2.8 Collector's Edition. Whenever that is announced, I will
we haven't heard anything for a while, so
yeah,
we'll have to see.
So, because I constantly go to their site and I'm like, is it there?
It probably won't come out till this fall.
Yeah, I want it. I want it so bad. Because, I mean, I've got the Collector's Edition for Dream Drop Distance, which was nice. And 1.5 and 2.5, they weren't that good, like the Collector's Editions, but I still want them because I just want them.
They're not worth it.
No. I mean, they're especially not worth it now when they're like $200, $300.
Yeah. I've never played Dream Drop Distance, so I would really like for 2.8 to come out so I can play it on the PS4.
Yeah. It's good, but...
well, and it leads directly into 3, just like Chain of Memories led directly into 2.
Yeah.
So and they've already stated that is a continuation of the story. It's the only game that happens after 2, right? Everything else is a prequel.
Yes. Yeah, the whole Kingdom Hearts storyline is
super
so
weird.
Jacked up.
Well, and then, the voice actor for one of the versions of Xehanort died, Leonard Nimoy, last year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Well, that sucks. Maybe they can just use like past clips.
No, I'm sure they'll do something.
Put them together. But this next one is something that's new to me because I don't think I've ever been excited about like this type of game before, and I've definitely never played these games before. And they're the Dragon Quest games on the 3DS, so 7 and 8.
Yeah.
I've got both of them pre-ordered. Never played a Dragon Quest game before. It's usually not my genre, so that's weird.
Yeah, if you think Xenoblade's long, wait till you play Dragon Quest 7. I think 8's like 80 to 100 hours too, but it's really good looking.
Like, I like the art style. When I was looking at the stuff, and I was like, yeah, why not? Try it.
Yeah, those will be good. So, I mean, I'm excited about all of these games as well. I mean, Zelda, the Kingdom Hearts 2.8, and then the 2 Dragon Quest games on 3DS. Yeah. Super excited for Dragon Quest 11 as well. The Dragon Quest 11, the 3DS one, I don't know if you remember this. It's the one that you can actually switch between the newer style Dragon Quest graphics that they've been using for the handhelds and like a Super Nintendo version graphics.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
So you can choose which kind of graphics you want to play with on the 3DS version.
That's awesome.
That's what they showed last year. So, I mean, all these games should be super awesome. There's a ton of good stuff coming out.
Oh yeah.
The only problem is making sure you have enough money to buy all of it.
Yeah. And I just recently got a PlayStation 3, so I will be playing 2.5, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 finally. Cool. Because I've just had it sitting there. I played 1.5. Somebody let me borrow their PS3. And then I got 2.5, and I quit that job. So I didn't have that PS3 anymore, so it's just been sitting there. But I am going to play it.
Cool. I guess that is all for that. Do you want to go ahead and get into questions?
Let's do questions since we have all 3 of them.
Well, you know what? This one is a pretty big question. Yeah. So we actually had to think about it for a little while.
And we double teamed it. Yeah. We did double team it.
You want to go ahead and read it out?
Yeah. So at Electric Mastro 5 asked, what are the 3 biggest issues relating to the gaming industry and what could be done to counter them? It's a good question.
This is a multi-part question.
Multi-part, in-depth intense question. So thank you.
Let me see if I remember what we decided on. The first one I said was
preservation.
Preservation, yeah. So it's basically impossible right now to preserve a lot of new games,
which is absolutely terrible.
These Super Nintendo, Sega, whatever games, we just get the cartridge or the CD or whatever.
Mighty Final Fight, Goof Troop.
Yeah,
there they are.
But now all these games like Titanfall, when the servers go down for Titanfall, you will never get to play Titanfall again.
Destiny.
Destiny will be gone. Even World of Warcraft, I mean, we have hacked servers, but even MMOs like that, they have a lifespan, and then once that lifespan's over, the game is gone. It's out into the ether.
Yep.
So obviously that is a huge issue, and we have to do something about it. I think really it lands on the developers and publishers to fix this.
Yeah.
Whether they are going to need to start releasing the code to run those things on your own after they decide to kill a service. That would be nice. I don't think they will. I don't think they care. Because they're no longer at that point making money off the product.
They're not making money off of it. They will not. I don't see them doing it.
So I think the preservation of some of these is a huge, huge issue. And then you also have to remember, like even stuff like the disc-based games have a shelf life. CDs corrode, and you do not have that anymore.
Yeah, CDs rot.
So I mean, you have to have people that are out there capturing the ISOs for these games so we can preserve them, the ISOs and the ROMs for all these physical games as well.
Yeah.
But at that point, it's just capturing that and storing that data. Whereas these newer games that have really robust internet connectivity issues and concerns, that's not something that we can do on our own. That's something that the game industry itself has to step up and assist with.
Yeah, I mean we can burn ROMs, we can make repros of Super Nintendo games, Nintendo games. We can make disc games off the ISOs, but the games that, like you're saying, have server needs, you can make the game, but you can't play it.
Yeah, I can copy the disc all day long, but I can't make a Titanfall server.
No, I can make a Halo 5 disc, but then I'd snap it fucking in half.
Because it's Halo 5.
Yeah. But
actually, I haven't played Halo 5, so I can't judge
No, I can't either. But I have played Titanfall. So yeah, we can make a Titanfall game. The fuck? It's not good for nothing. If that server's gone, there's nothing for it.
Yeah. I mean, we're not just talking about the multiplayer. I mean, a lot of these games, like you said, Destiny, are heavily, single or multiplayer games that are integrated together. That it's all online.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a slippery slope, and I don't know what they can do to fix it.
I mean, they have to release the tools for other people to be able to run those servers once they abandon the game. But like I said, at that point, why should they?
Yeah.
Because they're not making any money off of it.
They've moved on.
And then also, that information is proprietary, so who's to say that they're not currently using that code base for a new game?
Nope.
So why are they going to release a code base that could help you crack the code base for their current game?
Yeah. So I don't see that solving itself anytime soon.
A lot of these games are just going to be gone. They're not preservable because of this.
So these games are not going to be the ones. I don't know. Are they going to be the expensive ones later on in life? Like, are they going to be the?
They're going to be useless.
Yeah,
they're going to be absolutely useless. It's like we went to the flea market and there was a Final Fantasy 11 expansion disc for PS2.
Yep.
And the guy wanted like $10 for it, and I was like, "This is ridiculous. You can't even use this anymore." Stuff like that is already useless, and it's just going to continue to multiply as more games come out. There's a lot of games that are just single-player heavy focus, like JRPGs, that are still going to be usable 15 years down the line. But, you're not going to be... when Xbox decides to cut off the Xbox 360...
Oh, yeah.
Online, you're not going to be able to play Gears of War 2 or 3 anymore. You're not going to be able to play Halo 3 online multiplayer. You'll be able to play the single-player portion of the games, but the online portions will be gone. If you don't already have that latest patch that fixed those bugs installed, those bugs are going to be present because you're going to be playing the bare bones edition. So if you want to play Assassin's Creed Unity down the line after, we have the PS7 out, too bad. It's not going to happen. Because it's going to be the buggiest piece of garbage. I mean, even a game like Fallout New Vegas, completely single-player game, on Xbox 360 was the buggiest piece of garbage ever.
Oh, it was awful.
So, the only hope for a lot of these games, like at least Fallout New Vegas, is it's multi-platform. You can also play it on PC. That stuff will be preserved for the PC.
Oh yeah.
But for consoles,
they'll cut it.
Gone.
Yep.
You're done.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to play the Super Mario World equivalent in the future. I mean, even someone 15 years from now buys a used Wii U and gets Splatoon.
Oh yeah.
All that extra content is gone.
Yeah. Nintendo's not.
You're going to have the base. You're going to have the base content. Yep. I mean, they already don't support last generation stuff. They already don't support the DS. They already don't support the Wii. You know, Microsoft cut off support for the original Xbox and killed Halo 2.
Yeah.
That is going to happen again.
Oh yeah.
Whether that happens in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, it is going to happen again.
Yep. And it's going to be an awful time.
Yeah. It's gonna be a huge loss to the gaming community. And you don't have this issue as much in other mediums. You don't have this in literature.
No.
You don't have this in music. You don't have this in movies.
Yeah.
Those things are preserved.
Oh yeah.
The game right now, these newer games, who knows?
Yeah. I mean, you can go pick up a book and you will have that book. And it will always be that book.
Yeah, they didn't release a patch for my books.
No. They've released a sequel to your book that you can also go buy. And it's a full book.
Yeah. So, I mean, preservation's a huge thing that we're going to lose out on newer console generations.
Yeah. And then, yeah. Especially when it goes all of it goes digital. Then you're just going to lose the entire
game. Well, and
game.
I think that's part of the reason that there's a huge pushback against everything going digital.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to lose everything. Because you don't own any of your digital stuff. You own a license. A revocable at any time that company wants to license.
Yep. So here's your digital copy of, I don't know, Destiny 2. Oh, well, we're moving on to Destiny 3. Sorry, we're ending support for Destiny 2. You can't play it at all.
And, like, at least here in America, you do not own your Steam library. You do not own your virtual console games. You do not own your Xbox Live Arcade games.
Yeah.
So when they discontinue service for Xbox 360, those hundreds of dollars you spent on Xbox Live are gone. You have what is installed on your Xbox, and if you have anything that's not installed on your Xbox, it's gone.
Yep.
You're not going to have that service to download it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't buy a piece of DLC or you needed to re-download a piece of DLC because it got corrupted on your system, it's gone.
Which reminds me, I need to go get Bioshock Infinite.
Yeah. I mean, all this stuff is just gone at that point. So, I mean, preservation is probably the big thing for me.
Yeah.
But he asked for 3 of the biggest items. So you want to go next?
Number 2 was pricing.
Pricing,
price model. I don't know.
Do you remember the words I used so you can say them?
You used large words that I couldn't comprehend, but I know that a lot of pricing is bullshit.
So here was my reasoning. We were talking about this, and Clay also helped.
I added words. I just do not recall them.
So basically, what I was going at with this is, we have this system right now that we spend $60 on a AAA game. But we're not really spending $60 on a AAA game. You're spending $60 on a AAA game and $50 on a season pass. So our games are really costing $110 for what a game would have cost $50 on the PlayStation or some Super Nintendo 64 games were $80, $90.
Yeah, they were expensive games.
We are not actually paying $60 for a full experience anymore.
No.
These DLCs are not expansions like they were
are
on the PC.
Unlocking
PC
pieces.
expansions were amazing.
Yeah, they are unlocking pieces that are already on the disc. If you download a DLC pack, and we talked about this when we lived together in the dorms, if you download a $25 DLC pack that is 100 megabytes.
Not even 100 megabytes. Like some of them were like the Resident Evil stuff were keys to unlock disc content. And they're like 25 KB.
Yeah, if that is what you're downloading, you are unlocking something already on the disc.
Yeah.
If you're downloading something that's 5 gigs, you're probably downloading something new.
Yeah.
But
even 100 megabytes, that's something new.
Then we'll go with 25K. Because fuck 100 megabytes.
But no, I mean, we are not actually paying for a full game for $60. The other side of this argument that kind of ticks me off is you look at a game like The Witness that just came out. It's a $40 indie downloadable game.
And some people would say that is expensive for an indie game.
And, I can understand where that argument comes from, but this is a game that Jonathan Blow and his team spent 7 to 8 years creating.
Yeah.
So at what point do we look at it and say, well, just because this is an indie game, an independent developer, doesn't mean it's only worth $15 to $20.
Yeah.
Because this took 7 to 8 years of this guy's life.
Yes.
And his last game, Braid, is something we both incredibly enjoyed.
Braid is absolutely
Did
gorgeous.
you realize that's who it was? Is the guy who made Braid, which is a freaking amazing game.
Oh, it's wonderful. And if you don't think that his 8 years of work is worth $40, then something is mentally wrong with you.
When you look at it, it's not like he's charging $40 for a 5-hour experience.
Yeah.
Or $60 for a 5-hour Transformers Devastation experience, which was a full launch game, but it's by a AAA developer, so obviously it should be $60, right?
No,
that should have been a $20 downloadable title.
Yeah.
So then that way, when they close the service, I would no longer have to own it.
And you can wipe it from your memory.
But I mean, seriously, The Witness is a people are playing 40 to 80 hours in this game.
Yeah.
It took 7 to 8 years. That is a price that is reasonable for that product.
Yeah.
And, I'm not saying that $110 isn't reasonable for some of what we're getting for, the $60 AAA game plus a season pass.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that maybe that is a reasonable price. I'm not on the inside accounting side of that game. Like, we need to price it at this and sell X copies to make our money back. What I'm saying is we have a huge disparity when it comes to the pricing models we're allowing to happen right now, where $60 is totally acceptable for a AAA game plus the season pass, which they're also asking you to pre-order ahead of time before you've played the game, before they've told you what's in the season pass. Like, Battlefront just released what was going to be in their season pass a couple weeks ago, and they didn't say what the last DLC was going to be in the season pass.
Yeah.
They just said it's going to be this many pieces of content, and this is this, and this, and there's another one we're not going to announce yet.
Oh, that's nice.
So you're paying $110, and not everyone does.
Yeah.
But you're paying $110 for this title up front.
Yeah.
Where I'm waiting for the game to go to $15 to $20, and then maybe buying the season pass if I really like it. So I'm paying $60 for the game after someone else already paid $110. But we have this huge pricing disparity between what people are willing to pay for a AAA game blindly.
Yeah.
And it really is blindly, because you don't even know what's in that game, because you're pre-ordering it and pre-ordering a season pass.
Yep.
And $40 for this indie game that took 7 to 8 years of this guy's life, who is absolutely an artist.
Yeah.
Who's absolutely an artist. The game offers you 40 to 80 hours. That's anywhere between 50 cents to $1 per hour of entertainment. What other industry do you get that kind of price model in?
Not
other than
the
gaming?
movie industry.
Yeah.
You spend $10 on a ticket for a 2.5-hour shit-ass movie.
Yeah. I think pricing is another huge issue.
Yeah. I know another good one, Smash Brothers on the 3DS. $40 game. In total, I think the DLC runs about $45 right now. I mean, that's more than the game itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there is a lot of stuff with Smash Brothers.
So do you think there's anything that can be done to counteract?
God, I don't know.
To me, I think it's more of a culture issue.
Yeah.
So it's more people being able to evaluate. It's one, stop pre-ordering stuff unless it's something like a collector's edition or something from a series that you know you're going to play. Like I will absolutely be pre-ordering Final Fantasy 15 because I own every single Final Fantasy game and I play every single Final Fantasy game.
That's like me with Kingdom Hearts.
I did not pre-order Star Wars Battlefront, and I am better for it because it is an incredibly shallow game.
Yeah.
It is not worth $60. It is worth $20. And I love Star Wars more than anything.
It's kind of sad.
I think it's more of a culture thing.
Yeah. I don't know. We didn't used to have DLC, and we were fine.
I mean, console games we did until there was a little bit of DLC on the original Xbox. PC games had expansions, but they were giant, basically entire new games built on that game's engine.
Not like this
we kind of saw that. We
or...
kind of saw that a little bit with the Far Cry series last time around. Far Cry 3 came out, and they had Far Cry Blood Dragon came out, which was an expansion on Far Cry 3. It took that engine and made it into a new thing. I think they're doing the same thing right now with Far Cry 4, and it's going to be called Far Cry Primal. So that is an expansion. Yeah. I would call Burial at Sea for BioShock Infinite. That is also an expansion.
Yeah. Which I have not played.
But then something like Minerva's Den, although is probably some of the best BioShock story, is not an expansion. Yeah. It is a 1.5 hour to 2 hour long DLC campaign.
Yeah. And that's where I would say my money is, like with BioShock and BioShock 2, I didn't play them until after BioShock Infinite. I went and bought those two together with all the DLC. And I did the same thing with Fallout 3. I bought the Game of the Year edition. Got all that DLC for $40.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was 3 years after the game came out.
Yeah.
But I also
and when you take each of those pieces of DLC for Fallout 3, they are DLC. They're not long. They're not huge expansions like we used to see on the PC.
Yeah.
But when you put them all together, I mean, that is an expansion.
Yeah.
And like I can totally understand paying $40 for that group of content.
Yeah.
If you get all the content at once. But this asking to pre-order what accounts to a pre-order is what you're saying. You're saying, hey, this game comes out in a month. Why don't you go ahead and pre-order the Season Pass? Which is basically saying, hey, when these DLCs eventually come out, you're going to get them.
Which could be a year from now.
I think with Borderlands 2, they wrapped it up after a year after the release is when we got the last of the DLC.
And when we were already done playing it.
Yeah, I was done and bored with it.
Yeah. I mean, it'd run its course. It's the same thing over and over again. You get a mission, you go kill. You get a mission, you go kill. It was fun for a while.
But they already got our money for it.
Yeah.
They already got our money up front.
Yeah.
So what do they care?
Yeah.
What do they care about a timeline? I just think people have to realize what their time and money is worth. Mm-hmm. So, for a game that's only going to be 5 hours long, just because it's made by a AAA developer does not mean that game is worth $60. No. They might try to sell it for $60, but it does not mean it's worth $60 just because of who it was made by. And just because an indie game is called an indie game, is made by a small team, and not published by a huge behemoth like Square or Sony or whatever, does not mean that game is only worth $10 to $15 or maybe even $20.
No.
I would love to see, honestly, for how much game time people are getting out of The Witness, I could totally have seen that being a $60 game.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, especially when you look at his previous game.
Braid is amazing.
You look at Braid. If you've played Braid, you know that it's wonderful. I mean, to complete it 100% like you did takes a while.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it's just sitting there waiting for a cloud to move.
Yeah. And it takes a while, and we left, and we came back, and you just got it.
Well, and even though it's not the longest game ever, just the art and everything, all the pieces that make up the substance of that game deserves a good price. Deserves a reasonable price. And I think it was $15 when we bought it. Something like that. It was. Yeah. It was worth $15. It was worth more than $15. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say Braid's a $60 game. No. The Witness is a $60 game. Anything that you get 40 to 80 or even 100 hours out of is a $60 game.
That's more than most.
And only charging games. 40 is very good,
He's being
very
generous.
Kind and generous of Jonathan Blow.
Yeah. He's not being greedy with it. He's being realistic.
Yeah, so I think the culture around pricing is something that we all have to address ourselves.
Yeah.
Where some of us, I can look at something like a Final Fantasy and say, hey, this game's 40 hours long. I'm going to get X amount of money per hour. Plus, I'm going to play through it more than once.
Yeah, you're going to play it more than once.
Yeah, and honestly, they can make Final Fantasy and it's 5 hours. I'm going to buy it.
Because you're gonna play through it more than once. It doesn't matter.
Well, it's only 5 hours. That better damn well be able to play through it more than once.
You play through it once and the servers crash. You can't play anymore.
Yeah. Oh man. But anyways, so what was the third? What was our third?
I don't remember. I'll come out and say I don't remember what it was.
You are basically useless. Launching broken games. Well, you can short it a little.
We could. I mean, without some long pauses. Yes.
Yeah, launching broken games.
Broken games. Launching day one patches are just awful.
Yeah. Well, it has to do with what we were just talking about with preservation.
Yeah.
That you're launching these games that have to have these ginormous day one patches that without them are completely broken.
Your game doesn't work.
And then some games like Assassin's Creed Unity still doesn't work.
Yeah. We gave some examples. Assassin's Creed. What was the other one? Mortal Kombat as X.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 10 on the PC.
Yeah.
Was basically unplayable.
I mean, it was
Arkham City, or not Arkham City, Arkham Knight on
Arkham
PC
Knight.
was unplayable. They actually pulled it from the Steam store
I remember
and
that.
gave everyone and like offered refunds to everybody.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things like that it's unplayable when it first comes out. And you see other companies like Nintendo, they don't do that.
No, when their game comes out day one, it's playable.
Yeah. So you have,
very
I think
playable.
you have a culture of the business side of the game industry saying we need to get this game out by X date.
Yeah.
And maybe the developer side saying it's broken.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we'll go ahead and make it gold. You guys have 2 weeks after we make it gold and send it off for pressing to create a patch. And then if anything gets missed with that patch, well, you'll get it in the next one.
Yeah.
So they know they can push on their name like Assassin's Creed Unity did. That we can push based off that name that we know everyone's going to go and buy this game. And we'll just take the bullet. And I think that really bit them in the ass because they actually aren't. I think there is not actually an Assassin's Creed game coming out this year.
Oh,
they're actually
wow.
skipping a year for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, there's always been an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, so I mean, you have stuff like that. It just comes down to publishers and developers. Publishers respecting developers more and allowing more time, and developers not being idiots and agreeing to contracts that push them beyond the limits.
Yep.
Like anything Obsidian's ever made. Like, that's exactly what happened with Fallout New Vegas.
Oh my god.
Apparently Bethesda was supposed to help with QA, and maybe they dropped the ball there. But that game came out in a shape that it should not have come out in.
A shitty shape.
Yeah.
Because I played it. We both played it.
It pushed me away from Fallout.
Yeah. I played that. It was like the day when we got the collector's edition, or you got it set up there. It came with like a canteen because you had to drink water. And mine, like my game glitched at one point, deleted everything. Wouldn't let me re-download the canteen. I had to start the mission over again. Okay, fine. Played through it again, same mission. Lost everything again. Put it on the shelf, haven't touched it since.
Yeah.
I even bought the Ultimate Edition with all the DLC and all that crap. I still haven't opened it.
I mean, it pushed me away from the series altogether.
And now I'm 100% happy that I did not keep my pre-order for the Pip-Boy edition. Fallout 4.
So I think we have to stop making games come out based off of a purely this is what the budget says has to happen for us to make profits for this quarter.
Yep.
That has to stop. Because it hurts you in the long run. It pushes people away from series.
Yep.
And then we also developers have to stop agreeing to contracts that are undoable. I mean, you look at somebody like, and obviously he didn't agree to a contract, but this is dates he set up in advance. Tim Schafer with Broken Age. He said, I'm going to get this done by this date. He told everybody, this is when this game's going to come out. And he pushed it back and back and back. Mighty number 9 and back and back and back.
That sounds familiar. I was just thinking that.
So, and with the Mighty number 9 example, he never should have said this last release date. He should have just said spring. Then it could have come out in April like it's going to come out now anyways. I think it comes out in April now.
Amazon says May.
April or May, whatever. He should have just said spring, left it at that.
Yep.
But anyways, that's another story. The fourth thing is stop kickstarting stuff. We saw a thing on Twitter earlier, and the question was, it wasn't to us, it was to somebody else. It was, how do you know when you see a Kickstarter if it's going to be bad or not, if it's going to fall through? And
Because
my
it's
answer
on.
is that it's on Kickstarter.
Yeah. With the day one patches thing, you don't see Nintendo doing it. Like you made mention to this. Nintendo doesn't do it. Nintendo's not afraid to push the games back. We've seen it before. They're doing it with Zelda right now.
Well, Nintendo is in a more unique situation because they are the developer, they are the publisher, and they are the console manufacturer. So it is it is a closed ecosystem that they own.
Oh yeah.
But if that's what works for them, why would it should work for Sony too?
Yeah.
Because Sony released the Order 18 shitty shit.
Yeah.
And it was a piece of garbage.
Yep.
And that game should have had at least another year in development, and they pushed it out anyways.
Yeah. I mean, Nintendo does it right. I do have to say that they do that right.
And I mean, I think that's a big reason that we kind of focus on them, because I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry that I'm spending $60 on a broken piece of garbage when it comes to Nintendo.
Yeah.
I do have to worry that if I want that game, if whether I buy it today or 4 years from now, it's still going to be that same price.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have to worry about.
It will still be $60. It might be $55.
Maybe.
It could possibly be $55. If it's Devil's Third, it might be $100.
All right. Well, but thank you for the half of our content today, Electric Mastro 5.
Our half-hour conversation.
We appreciate that.
We do.
I guess on to our good friend Shawnee_2087, aka our good friend 2-Bit Jesus.
2-Bit Jesus.
He asked, what is our favorite GameCube game?
Tuffy. It's a tough question.
It's a tough question.
I have 3.
Is it Luigi's Mansion?
I have 3.
No, he said favorite. He didn't say top 3.
I know. I have to decide.
You won't just go ahead and
say
it? Say it out loud.
I'm going to talk through them.
All right.
But you go first.
No, you go first.
No, you go first.
You said you already have your 3.
You just popped out one.
I mean, I was just saying Luigi's Mansion because we made a video
about it. Go check out our Luigi's Mansion video. It is obviously our favorite GameCube game.
Unless you're in Germany.
Unless you're in Germany, then you can't see it.
I'm actually going to say my favorite GameCube game is, and this is probably one that no one will ever say again, Soul Calibur 2.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Crickets.
That's
a
actually
good game.
why I bought a GameCube game.
It's good.
It was probably the last fighting game I really got into that wasn't Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I changed my mind. Smash Brothers Melee.
That's awful. So,
but I bought a GameCube.
You just threw Link under the bus.
Link's in both games.
I
bought a GameCube so I could play Soul Calibur 2 because you could play as Link on that one.
Mm-hmm.
You could play as like Spawn on Xbox and Hayeche or whatever the hell his name is from Tekken on the PlayStation. But I bought a GameCube solely to play a fighting game as Link.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as soon as I started talking about a fighting game, no, Super Smash Bros. Melee is like the best game ever made. So throw that shit out the door. Super Smash Bros. Melee, my favorite GameCube game ever made. That and Star Fox Adventures. So I also have 3. Clay, your turn.
So I have 3, but since I'm not good at Smash Brothers, as good as that is, I'm not going to say Smash Brothers.
Okay. Wrong, but okay.
My 3
Mario Sunshine is your favorite.
Mario Sunshine is in there. Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door.
Okay.
And now I forgot the third one. Asshole.
Pikmin.
No, it wasn't Pikmin.
Mario Sunshine.
I've said Mario Sunshine.
Wind Waker.
Yes! It was Wind Waker. Wind Waker, Super Mario Sunshine, and Thousand Year Door. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to pick Wind Waker.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Wind Waker.
I'm going to hold out and say that on Wii U.
Yeah.
Because it takes the majesty that was Wind Waker and distills it into an even better game.
Yeah. That was good. But for GameCube, I don't know. Thousand Year Door was so good. You changed yours. I'm going to change mine.
Okay.
Thousand Year Door.
I think I changed mine like 3 times.
Thousand Year Door. Shawnee, mine is Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, GameCube, favorite game.
Mine is Soul Calibur, Smash, Star Fox Adventures. Okay, then he actually had a second part. He had one part for each of the 2 bits.
Yeah.
The second part, you don't get to talk in this one.
This one
most of the podcast.
Actually, I do have a recommendation. So go ahead.
Okay. If you say the one I told you right away, I'll cut you through.
Just go ahead. I might blurt it out.
The question is that he's going to get a PS4 soon, and do we have any good game suggestions?
Madden.
Buy whatever the last year's was, because it's probably $5.
Yeah, and then you can just update it. But go ahead.
So it kind of depends on what you're looking into. Right now, Final Fantasy Type 0 and Final Fantasy X, 10.2 both have HD remasters on it that are really good. They fixed the random number generator in 10, which really kind of screwed the port. But they fixed that. The Wolfenstein game was really good, and the problem is with a lot of the really good PS4 games right now, you can also play them on either Xbox One or even last generation consoles. The Uncharted collection, if you don't have a PS3, is definitely a must buy. I really enjoyed the new Killzone game. I think it's called Shadowfall. It was one of the launch games for the system. I really enjoyed it. Trying to think what else is really good.
Hey, Mighty Number 9 is coming out on PlayStation 4 sometime.
Definitely get PS Plus so you can get all the free PS Plus games.
Mm-hmm. I
get a bunch of those. PT. Oh, but you can't get that now. But it is really cool.
We just got censored by Konami.
We got destroyed by the Fine Brothers and Konami today. Double strikes.
Oh, man. Double fine.
Yeah, double fine. If you can get Battlefront for like $20, it's worth $20. Destiny, if you're into that, I'm not. But it is. I mean, I can appreciate it for being a good game, but it is good. Exclusives right now, we're kind of looking at a year that's coming up this year that's going to be really amazing. But honestly, there's not a whole lot out so far. Definitely stay away from the Order 1886. But if you don't have a PS3, I would definitely suggest both the Uncharted Collection and The Last of Us HD Remaster. And Grand Theft Auto 5, if you haven't played that, or if you've only played it on last generation, looks phenomenal on the current PS4 and Xbox Ones.
Nice. Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Yeah, 2.8 when it comes out.
Yeah, if you like those kind of games, then yeah.
The Final Fantasy 7 PC remasters on the system that you can buy.
Nice.
So there's a lot out there.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Shawnee. 2-bit.
Type 0 if you like JRPGs.
Yeah.
That's what I would suggest right now.
I like that he has two names.
Yeah, there's going to come out with a Valkyrie Chronicles remaster, and then they're also doing a sequel for PS4 this year. I don't know if the sequel's coming out this year or not, but there's a ton of good stuff coming out. Star Ocean 5, Final Fantasy 15.
Circles. Just run circles.
There's a lot to look forward to. But I guess that is it for us today, and I am tired of talking.
I'm not.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about anything. I want to go home.
No, you're staying here tonight.
To my couch. My couch bed.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
To ClubCast number whatever this is. The
17.
First of 2016.
17.
First of 2016.
ClubCast 17 is the first of 2016?
Yes.
That's so weird.
Yeah. First plus 2016.
Nice.
But yeah, we appreciate your all's time. We've got some stuff coming out. Some stuff that's out there now. Broken Age. In case anybody wants to watch that. But
I mean, bro, it came out on time. You know, we released it when we were supposed to.
Yeah, unlike Double Fine, it came out on time.
I mean, we've got Video Game Book Club After Dark. I mean,
we just did that with Bubble Bath Babes, Hot Slots, and
Peekaboo
Poker.
There's boobs in it. That's neat.
We're currently working on the script for the Xenoblade game, so we can have that out this month.
Yes.
I've got the first 2 Star Ocean games this month, and then of course we've got a huge thing coming up next month, Mega March.
We have Mega March coming up, yeah, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
That is going to be a lot of videos.
That is a lot of videos all month long. Mega Man.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think we've got 2 a week all month next month.
That's what we're planning on. That's what we're shooting for.
That's what we're gonna have.
We're kicking that soccer ball through the goal, aiming high.
But yeah, thanks everybody. Look us up on the YouTube, which you're probably looking at right now.
Yeah.
Look us up on the Twitter.
The Twitters.
Our main account, which Clay runs, and I check everything out that's on there. It's _ or at _ VGBC _.
Yep, that's it.
And then I have one too, but I don't remember what it is.
At Daniel _ Brad.
Yes. We also have other stuff. What else do we have?
Facebook,
Tumblr.
No.
Snapchat
really.
for any of the cuties.
No Snapchat. No Snapchat cuties for us.
Stay away from Snapchat, children. It is dangerous stuff.
Daniel's on it. That's why it's dangerous.
Whatever, Mr. Stella got his groove back box opening.
What are you talking about? They are gorgeous.
That's disturbing. Next time on After Dark.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you all later.